Playlist Party with your host, Rich Redmond.
What is up, DW drum fans? It's early, but I'm early on my second or third cup of coffee here. Let me get some fuel. So, hey, have you guys been having fun with this? This is a great platform. And if there's a DW drummer that wakes up before noon, they're playing DJ. And I know a lot of the guys, I've watched a lot of them, they're playing like these highly influential fusion and neoclassic songs, metal songs, you know, that shape their technique and their musicianship. And I'm just kind of going in a different direction. These are kind of like the songs that shaped me because I grew up in the MTV era and I had a crush on, Martha Quinn and Nina Blackwood, and it was a fun time. And let's just put our hands together for Jules Thomas because she came up with this and Fitness Friday to keep all you DW fans engaged and happy during these crazy times, these unprecedented times, as they say. So this is my second time doing this. The first time there was a John Waite song on there, a song called Missing You that I think is one of the greatest songs ever written. And that's why it's been recorded 80 times. And now we're going to play another John Waite song from 1982 from his album Ignition, a song called Change. This is fun. But that is just Major Pocket, Major Attitude, Frankie LaRocca. Check him out, guys. That was a good feel. Now, this next song, this is a highly influential drummer for me, a gentleman named Tony Thompson. Also, unfortunately, God rest his soul, he passed away. But I just watched so much TV as a young man back when there was concerts on MTV. I used to watch him on Live Aid, 1985. He played with the remaining members of Led Zeppelin during that time. So I just studied him. Of course, he was in a band called Chic with songs like Dance, La Freak, and Good Times. He also played with Diana Ross on these awesome songs. If you haven't heard him, check him out, transcribe, I'll play along with him. Diana Ross is Upside Down and I'm Coming Out. He played on those. And then I think every pubescent young man in the 80s sat around their TV waiting for Madonna videos to come on. And Tony played on a bunch of Madonna tracks. And you could always tell it was him because he got this huge drum sound. A lot of the drums were recorded at the Power Station in New York. And maybe this led to naming this band the Power Station, but it was with Robert Palmer, Andy Taylor, and John Taylor, the Duran Duran guys. Seminal record and big drum sound. And if you like the air drum, this is perfect. Check it out. Some Like It Hot. Maybe it was a Lynn drum machine with a cowbell. So I hope you enjoyed that. That was memory lane for me. I mean, back in the day when everything wasn't on demand, we had to sit around and watch MTV and wait for our favorite videos to come on. And so we literally just sat through commercial after commercial, waiting for, J.J. Jackson and Alan Hunter to introduce the next song. And we did it. And we did it with a smile on our face. This next song, Jules is really excited about because I think that she played this song on her recital, her final recital for graduating Berkeley. At least I think that's what she told me. But this is Michael McDonald's I Keep Forgetting with the great Jeff Porcaro. And if you guys haven't gotten the book, get the book. It's right there. Look at that thing. And it's hardcover. And Robin Flange, the great music journalist, took it upon herself to write the book. She was friends with Jeff. I loved it. I consumed it in one sitting. And I reached out to Robin, and she's going to be on my podcast, which I'm super excited about, The Rich Redmond Show. Hope you guys are supporting me on that. I'm working so hard on that. But check out Jeff's right hand on this, man. He was so known for that, playing those smooth as glass, shaker-like 16th note subdivisions with one hand. And this is one of those cracked tempos. What are you going to do? You either got to play lopey eighth notes or dot, dee, dee, dot, dee, dee, dot, right? Or two-handed 16ths. And I think it's too slow for two-handed 16ths. But it's a challenging tempo to play all the right-handed stuff on. And then also check out how his bass drum pattern, he sticks to it nearly the entire time, and it kind of flirts with the vocal and helps shape the vocal. And this is just typical, marquee Jeff Porcaro playing, God rest his soul. That kick drum is, it sounds like you're in the room. Like 2 feet away. Nice cross stick. Went right to the snare on the first verse. Which is cool. You know, in country a lot, we'll play the snare on the intro and go to the cross stick on the verse. I mean, this guy honors the quarter note. Yeah, this is also baby making music, guys, so you can crank it up. And then that fill, I mean, straight out of the Motown playbook, and he uses it maybe 3 times, so it becomes a theme, which I love. You hear it? I mean, this is part of the American popular music playbook, and it was probably literally just another day at the office for Jeff, who was doing 3-4 sessions a day for a decade. But anybody that played with him will tell you that he never mailed it in, and you can't. And I think this was Michael's wife at the time singing background vocals. Keep it in the family. And this is why rappers sample this song. It feels so good. Two bars of 4 and a bar of 2/4. And he just navigates it so smoothly. Yep, Warren G, the sampling dude. And this is all your A-lister guys, your 𝗥𝗜𝗖𝗛 on guitar, your Greg Gaines on keyboards. I hope I didn't butcher that last name, but we've seen his name on record credits forever and ever. And these guys were just pals, and they just floated around Los Angeles making great music. Now, there's going to be some right foot triplets that Jeff got away with. Sometimes there's a producer that'll be saying, "What are you doing? Don't do that." But it's straight out of the Bonham and Carmine playbook. There you go. Yep. Yeah. And then some of those figures that he just navigates, like every quarter note is respected. Every 16th note is accounted for, but it's smooth as butter. And like I said, can you imagine just rolling into a studio one day, your drums are set up, you say hi to everybody, grab a cup of coffee, and that happens. And it's around forever. And so there's so much to learn from Jeff Porcaro. So I recommend you guys get the book and you devour it. And at the back of the book is this beautiful discography. And if you're a student of the drums like we all are, you could put a Jeff Porcaro playlist together on Spotify and you could just practice your face off. Okay. This next song is also features an amazing drummer that is still with us, still very active, and is been touted as one of the most recorded drummers in history. DW drummer John Robinson. Of course, we know him with all of his work with Quincy Jones and David Foster, both of which have amazing documentaries on Netflix. The year was 1979. It was a #1 song. It's off of Michael Jackson's Off the Wall record that I picked up in Caldor in Milford, Connecticut in 1979. And this is the song Rock With You. A rhythmic figure straight out of a march and turned it into a fill and made mad cash. How about that? This is also COVID baby making music, guys. I mean, it's just right there. The hi-hat openings are so crisp. Check it out. No crash. No crash. There's a light crash. I don't think there's any toms either. No tom work. Pick, snare, hat, one crash. Those are probably real hand claps with like 8 people around the microphone clapping, which I love. He's really humping that pattern. It's the same. And you know, I've studied John, and he plays flat-footed on his pedal. So I notice I'm usually just a millisecond sometimes ahead of the beat. He is never ahead of the beat because he plays flat-footed, and it's worked out really well for him. I stole that one. I just love that this was dance music in 1979. I mean, there wasn't a lot of computers, loops, all the percussion is real. The horn players are so confident, so crisp. In my experience, that is not always the case. I mean, guys, I got to tell you, I was a disco roller skater and still am. There's a disco roller skating facility in Nashville, and usually we have a Christmas party there. And I go out and I show all my moves. I mean, I can even go backwards with my polyurethane stopper skates. Takes me right back, man. Makes me want to play Pac-Man, Space Invaders, Defender, Tempest, Dig Dug. How about you guys? Hubert, for sure. Yeah, these were, of course, all the A-list guys in that period of time. And most of them, I'm sure, are still active in Los Angeles. Again, every 16th note is accounted for. It's a memorable hooky groove. It just sits in there deep. Oh, that is so fun. Good job, Michael. Good job, John Robinson. And then this is kind of fitting. Our last choice is from a record to me that made me decide this is what I'm going to do with my life. I'm going to play drums. In 1983, Synchronicity was released by a band called The Police. And then soon after, there was a record called 1984 by Van Halen. And we just lost a real trailblazer, Eddie Van Halen. And his brother, Alex, is a highly underrated rock drummer, in my opinion. And his sound, his sonic identity is instantly identifiable on radio. When you think of the big open kick drum, the snare drum that is just gaff taped to heck, but still has a real identity to it. And then sometimes he had the Simmons toms and sometimes he had the rototom. On this record, there was a lot of rototoms. Thank you, Terry Bozzio. I thought that was a really, really cool thing. But this is kind of where I said, oh my God, this is what I am doing. So it's a special record to me. This is Van Halen, their 6th album, 1984. This is the song Drop Dead Legs. Listen to this space. And how about that David Lee Roth? Say what you will, man. What a front, man. Woo. Little crash cymbal every 2 measures. Kind of shapes the phrase. I love when he tangs the hump, the bell of the ride cymbal. I mean, that is a stout bell. And he's like, yeah, big deal. I'm going to ride the bell. I'm in the band. My brother, yeah, we're Van Halen. Little flange action. 𝗥𝗜𝗖𝗛 𝗥𝗘𝗗𝗏. I mean, that's out straight out of the Bond and Playbook. What a groove. Come on, guys. If you're a drummer, you got to pick up this record and play along with it. Whew. I remember getting in trouble in the 8th grade, and I would always be singing along to this and desk drumming. Got in a lot of trouble. I was a straight A student, but I still got in a lot of trouble. Is he on the bell of the ride yet? I'm trying to hear. Yeah, I think so. And what an original idea. 16th notes on the bell of the ride. Like ding, 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 ding. I mean, it's pretty bold, pretty brave. I don't hear a lot of guys doing that. And he's just holding it down for his brother. This is his brother's time to shine. And he's just like, yeah, I got you. What an original sound. My God. I recorded one time at the Sunset Sound over on Sunset, and I set up my drums right where Alex set up his drums for the very first Van Halen record. But I mean, put that in a playlist, play along with it. What a pocket. I mean, he was a heavy rock drummer with a lot of attitude and a big sound, but he had a R&B pocket. That's a lethal combination. Kind of like Tony Thompson, kind of like Frankie LaRocca, kind of like John Robinson, kind of like Jeff Porcaro. There's a theme in a lot of the drummers that I like. So I hope this was a good trip down memory lane. Now, if you're a young person and you're like, I've never heard any of those things, you got to get out of the house, guys. Check out this stuff. You know, you're only as good as your influences. So, you know, these are some of my influences. And of course, yeah, if you're a young person today, I probably can learn a lot from the drummers that you're following. But these are the drummers and some of the songs that shaped me. And it just takes me right back to 8th grade, roller skating, playing Space Invaders, the girlfriends I had at the time, and of course, MTV. So a Centipede. John Cortez says Centipede. Yeah, man. So anyways, I hope this was a fun trip down memory lane. I hope you guys are enjoying playing your DW drums. And please, you know, keep in touch with me. I'm a sitting duck on the Google Nader, and it's just Rich Redmond on Facebook, Insta, Twitter. Of course, you can go to richredmond.com, and I am doing virtual hosting events and virtual speeches and virtual teaching. And I'm actually teaching on staff now at Musicians Institute. So I'm super excited about that. And I always appreciate your support with the Rich Redmond Show, where I am interviewing. It's a podcast where you can find it wherever podcasts are found. And I'm interviewing a lot of drummers, musicians, composers, songwriters, authors, and actors, and we're having a great time. So everyone, stay safe. Take care of yourselves. Thanks for having me. Your next episode is going to be November 24th at 10 a.m. Pacific with Ben Satterley. Hey, that's noon in Nashville. He can handle that. And one more hand for our team here, Jules and Kevin, and Jules for coming up with this cool thing. And, you know, a big hand for you guys and gals for showing up to this. Thanks for having me. Take care of each other. and happy holidays. We'll see you next time.